Ever notice how sometimes you feel full and satisfied, and other times you could eat non-stop? That's not just willpower, it's a hormone called GLP-1 quietly running the show. It tells your brain when you've had enough and helps control cravings. The crazy part? Your body already makes it naturally. So what if you could boost this built-in system without relying on medication? In the next few minutes, I'll show you how GLP-1 works and simple, everyday ways to help it work even better for you. Eating protein-rich meals naturally boosts GLP-1 release and helps you feel full longer. When you include foods like eggs, chicken, fish, beans, or Greek yogurt in your meals, your gut responds by releasing more GLP-1, a hormone that signals your brain that you're satisfied. This means you're less likely to keep reaching for snacks shortly after eating. Think about how different you feel after a sugary breakfast versus one with protein. One leaves you crashing and hungry, while the other keeps you steady for hours. A simple habit is to build each meal around a protein source, even snacks. For example, swap a plain carb snack for something like apple slices with peanut butter or a boiled egg. Over time, this doesn't just reduce hunger, it also helps stabilize your energy and makes portion control feel almost automatic instead of forced. Eating slowly allows GLP-1 signals to reach your brain before you overeat. GLP-1 isn't instant. It takes a little time after you start eating for your gut to send that "I'm full" message to your brain. If you rush through a meal in 5 minutes, you can easily eat way more than your body actually needs before that signal kicks in. Slowing down gives your body a chance to catch up. Try putting your fork down between bites, chewing more thoroughly, or even taking a sip of water every few bites. It might feel awkward at first, especially if you're used to eating quickly, but it makes a real difference. You'll notice you start feeling satisfied with less food, and meals become more enjoyable instead of rushed. This is one of the simplest ways to work with your biology instead of against it. Fiber-rich foods enhance GLP-1 production and keep hunger under control. Foods like vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains slow down digestion, which encourages your gut to release more GLP-1 over a longer period of time. That's why a meal with fiber keeps you full much longer than something highly processed. For example, compare eating white bread versus a bowl of lentils or oats. The fiber-rich option sticks with you and reduces the urge to snack later. A practical approach is to add, not restrict. Add a handful of vegetables to your meals, include beans in your dishes, or choose whole fruit instead of juice. These small changes naturally support your appetite regulation without needing to track every calorie. Over time, your hunger cues become more predictable and easier to manage. Regular physical activity improves your body's sensitivity to GLP-1 signals. Exercise doesn't just burn calories, it actually helps your body respond better to hormones that control hunger and fullness. When you move regularly, your brain becomes more responsive to GLP-1, meaning you recognize fullness sooner and experience fewer intense cravings. This doesn't require extreme workouts. Even consistent walking, light strength training, or cycling can make a difference. Think of it as tuning your internal signaling system. If you've ever noticed that you feel less hungry or make better food choices after being active, that's part of what's happening. The key is consistency, not intensity. Aim for movement most days, even if it's just a brisk 20-minute walk, and you'll start to notice more balanced appetite signals. Getting enough sleep supports healthy GLP-1 levels and reduces overeating. When you're sleep deprived, your hunger hormones get out of balance, and GLP-1 doesn't function as effectively. This makes you feel hungrier and less satisfied after eating, which often leads to overeating or craving high-calorie foods. Think about how your food choices change after a poor night's sleep. You're more likely to reach for quick energy, like sugar or processed snacks. Prioritizing sleep helps restore your body's natural appetite control. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule, reduce screen time before bed, and create a calming nighttime routine. Even an extra hour of quality sleep can noticeably improve how full you feel after meals and how easily you manage your portions throughout the day.